All right, yo, what's up, guys? So I am gonna be telling you guys about how the day for me when we went on lockdown last year, when it was announced how that day was for me and basically what I did through that whole day. So anyway, yeah, let's just get right into this. So it was a Friday for me. It could be different for some other people. It was a Friday for me. It was a rainy day. It was kind of cold outside, but it was Long Beach, so Long Beach doesn't get that cold. But it was raining. And I think it could have been February, but I think it was like March. No, 'cause I can't remember. I think it may have been late February. Um, so I'm just kind of going around like it's a normal day. Coronavirus is starting to become more big in the US. It was starting to be more apparent that, okay, the schools probably will close down for the most part. But our school hadn't closed down. I thought the schools they could stay open. They might stay open. That's what I thought. So I just walk in like it's any normal day, except the NHL had been canceled the day before, so I was upset about that because I really, really loved watching the NHL. I still do, and it was right before the playoffs, and it was very, very sad. It was just a sad Thursday for me. But I went to school on Friday. I had my head up. Sorry if you saw my finger there. My phone's low, so I had to press a button to dismiss it. Um, I'm walking in with my head up. Even though the NHL's closed, I thought it would probably open back up within the next few weeks. I'm walking in. I'm like any old freshman. I'm just walking in like it's a normal day. With not really a worry in the world. And I walk in, and I go to my first period class. First period was English. The way this worked, by the way, which was one day it was 2 4 6 8. Those were the periods you went to. And the next day it was 1 3 5 7. So this day I was going to 1 3 5 7. So I go to English. Um, you know, English is cool. It's kind of boring, but I guess if I had to pick a subject at the time, I would have picked English. And I go to English. English is fine. Whatever. I get out of that class. I go to third period. I got like this little, I forgot what they called it, but it was like a break that you got to like eat a snack or whatever. I did not eat that much at school at the time. Um, I remember even one day, it may have been the day before or something. I just brought these like candy chocolate eggs, and I just ate those out of my backpack for lunch, um, or out of like the little bag they came out of. So I did not eat healthy if I ate at all. But I go back in. This break was only like 10 minutes. Lunch was like a half an hour. Periods were like an hour and a half. To show you how messed up that is. That's terrible. That's awful. Um, I'm just kidding. It's not that bad. So I go to third period. Third period is like I have an IEP, by the way, for those of you who don't know. So it was kind of like a study hall period where he would help us with stuff. He would help us with our math stuff like that. And he was a nice guy. He was cool. We talked to him a lot. I thought he was nice. But all of a sudden the intercom comes on, and the intercom says, "Hello, students. We don't want you to come to school on Monday. We're going to be off school for a few weeks. By a few weeks, he actually meant 6, because he didn't want us to come back till after spring break. Oh yeah, that must mean this wasn't it. February, late February. Um, so we're after I find out how long we're actually off. That's like half of a summer. That's a long time. 6 weeks is a while. Never in that time, though, did I believe that it would turn into over a year. But it did. But I didn't think that at the time. So I go to lunch, and I've got my head up because I'm thinking, holy crap, I'm about to leave. And I'm at lunch, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to leave this place for 6 weeks. Um, you know, and there was this girl that I was talking to a little bit at the time. And, I was like, whatever, I'm off for 6 weeks. Who cares about that? It was a little upset. Not really, though. It really wasn't that upsetting at all. Um, and so I'm just really excited to get on with this 6 week vacation. Or what I thought was going to be 6 weeks. So I go to my science class, which is fifth period after lunch. And she was not very nice on the outside. She was nice on the inside, but she was not very nice on the outside. She was nice deep down though. And she was like, "I know you're so excited to get all ready with your 6 week vacation. But we do still have work to do." I was like, "Come on, you're really gonna do that? Like you're gonna make us do work?" Was not happy at the time. I'll just say that. But I really didn't care, so I can't remember exactly, but I probably didn't do my work really at all, or if I did, I didn't do it that good. So I get done with that, and to what's it called, to seventh period, which seventh period was my elective. That was automotive. So I go to automotive, and that teacher was really cool. He was really cool. And he was just like, "Okay, you guys are going to watch a movie." And as far as because my fifth period teacher, my science teacher, had said, "You guys are probably going to be doing some online work over this 6 week break." My automotive teacher said something different. He said they're probably going to make you work into the summer, which doesn't sound cool for most people, but all I was planning to do in the 6 weeks was legit nothing. Like, I plan on sleeping, messing around on my phone, and going outside. And that's pretty much all I plan to do. You know, so I'm texting my mom. I'm like, "Hey, mom," like, she ended up getting off early that day. So normally my mom wouldn't come pick me up until like 3:30 because she was a teacher too. That was quite a ways. It was actually in Alhambra at the time where I live now. And Long Beach and Alhambra, they're not too close. So usually school would get out at 2:40. She wouldn't get me till 3:30. Which, you know, whatever. It was what it was at the time. I wasn't too upset about it. Um, you know, because it was just like a 50-minute difference, so who cares? And I got a chance to get my homework done, so that was cool. But she actually got off early at this time, with my brother, and they were like, "Hey, we're coming to get you right after school. Just walk." There was a burger place right by my school, and so I would walk to that burger place sometimes when she would want to pick me up. You know, and so I would walk up to that burger place at the school. I was like, "Mom, this is my last day. Can you come get me early?" She was like, no, this is your last day. You want to see everyone, don't you? Like, this is your last day for a while." It's like, do I want to see anyone? No, I don't want to see anyone. I don't care. But whatever. I still stayed and pretty much played on my phone the whole class because he really was like, "I don't care what you do." So I did that. I played Retro Bowl. This game called Retro Bowl. It was a football game. I was really into it at the time. So I walk to this burger place. And I get into the car, my mom's car, and I'm like, "Whoa, I'm off for 6 weeks. Like, this is it. Like, I'm done for a while." And so turns out what actually happened is we got a week off. We got a while off. We got a whole week off. Then they made us do online work. But the way online worked at first was, and for the whole time really, they just lied and said it wouldn't work like this. But the way it worked was, it really, like, it's not gonna count towards your grade. Like, the grade you have now is gonna be your grade for the rest of the year. But you should still do this. So I was like, I'm not gonna do that. And then my mom was like, "Yes, you are." And then they did a credit or no credit thing. Pretty much everyone got credit for that semester. pretty much. Like I said, they kind of lied. Um, I thought, 6 weeks, that's half a summer. Like, that's terrific. My mom and my brother didn't even get 6 weeks. It quickly turned into 6 weeks. My brother and me got off, and then my mom still had to go into school for some reason. Then that changed. Their break or lockdown became 6 weeks like mine, and then 6 weeks turned into months until May, and then May turned until June, and then that turned into the rest of the year, and then you know what happens next, right? Like, since then, I have moved, but that doesn't change me not going to school. I'm still doing online learning. Um, you know, it is what it is. So, next year, I hope they make a full reopening of the school, which looks like what they're gonna do. So, yeah, this is pretty much how lockdown went for me at first. By the way, they didn't enforce masks at first, if you remember. They only started enforcing masks, like, probably 2 or 3 weeks after this. Like, I think it was a little bit before they started enforcing masks. And people really didn't take the masks seriously until they did, which was probably like a month or two after that. But yeah, that was my experience of the day we went on lockdown. So, you know, wasn't really a story time. Nothing really anticlimactic really happened. But oh well, you know. Bye, guys. Have a good night. Thumbs up. Subscribe.